The first secret to building a steel mind: change how you view hardship. Face this truth: life is never easy. But that doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It simply means you're human. Everyone experiences failure, setbacks, and pain. The difference in those with a steel mind is this: they get back up every time they fall. Your mind is like a muscle. It only gets stronger when challenged. If you keep avoiding difficulties and always choose the easy way out, you're keeping your mind weak. And when real adversity strikes, you'll collapse easily. But here's the good news. Every hardship you face is not a punishment. It's a mental workout. Every failure is a lesson. Every fall is a step forward if you know how to rise and keep going. When you start to see every challenge as an opportunity to grow rather than an obstacle, your mind begins to transform from fragile to unshakable. Resilience, grit, and courage don't come from luck or talent. They come from facing hardship head-on and using it as your personal training ground to grow stronger. Daily habits that help you build an unshakable mind. Mental strength doesn't appear overnight. It doesn't come from a sudden burst of motivation, but from small, repeated actions every day. These seemingly minor but consistent victories form the foundation of a steel mindset. Here are 4 simple but incredibly effective habits to strengthen your mind every day. Take a cold shower every morning. It sounds simple, but starting your day with something uncomfortable helps build discipline and sets a positive mental tone. It not only wakes up your body, but reminds you you're ready to face hard things, starting with this morning. Exercise regularly. Your body and mind are deeply connected. When you train your body to be strong, your mind becomes more resilient. Exercise boosts endurance, enhances focus, reduces stress, and builds confidence. Meditate or embrace stillness. Take 5 to 10 minutes each day to sit quietly, breathe, and observe your thoughts. This helps you regulate emotions, stay calm under pressure, and increase mental clarity. It's a simple but powerful way to clean your mind each day. Do hard things on purpose. Choose to do what's hard, whether it's not hitting snooze, saying what you fear to say, or pushing one more rep when you want to quit. When you get used to choosing discomfort, life's unexpected challenges won't scare you anymore. Remember, the small actions you take today are quietly shaping the stronger version of yourself for tomorrow. Want to be stronger? Start by quitting these habits. Building mental strength isn't just about adding good habits, it's also about removing what secretly makes you weak. Here are 3 common but toxic habits you must stop if you want to grow stronger. Stop complaining. Every time you complain, you're giving your power away. Instead of finding solutions, you trap yourself in frustration and helplessness. Remember, you always have 2 choices: take action to change, or accept and let go. Just don't stay in the middle, unwilling to act yet unable to release, because that's where people get stuck the longest. Stop seeking comfort. Comfort is a double-edged sword. It feels good now, but steals growth in the long run. Real development lies outside your comfort zone. Waking up early, taking cold showers, having honest conversations, facing challenges, these are your mental gym. To be strong, step out of your cozy bubble. Stop making excuses. Excuses sound reasonable, but they change nothing. They're a way to lull yourself into inaction. The truth is, you always have a choice. You can control more than you think. The question is, are you willing to take responsibility? Stop explaining, start doing. That's your first step to reclaiming your life. A living example of mental strength, the story of Arnold Schwarzenegger. When people think of Arnold Schwarzenegger, they think of a muscle icon, blockbuster action star, or the former governor of California. But few know that before all this, Arnold was just a boy growing up in a poor village in Austria. No money, no connections, no privileges, just a big dream and an unbreakable will. At 15, Arnold first picked up a dumbbell. 6 years later, he left home and moved to the US with barely any English. He had nothing but determination and a belief that he was meant to do something great. He didn't wait for opportunity. He built it through sweat, discipline, and relentless drive. Arnold wasn't the most gifted or the strongest in the gym, but he was the most consistent. He woke up early, trained hard, embraced pain, boredom, loneliness, and kept going. He didn't always have motivation, but he always had discipline. That persistence led him to 7 Mr. Olympia titles, major Hollywood roles, and an impressive political career. The point isn't that you need to become Arnold or be rich and famous, but if a boy with nothing could completely transform his life through mental toughness, then there's no reason you can't start right where you are. It all begins with one choice. What will you do with your life? True strength is the ability to manage emotions, not suppress them. Mentally strong people aren't those who never feel anger, fear, or sadness. They experience the full range of emotions like anyone else. The difference is, they don't let emotions control their actions. They know how to manage emotions, and that's a skill anyone can learn. The first tip is incredibly simple. Pause before reacting. When you feel triggered, angry, pressured, or overwhelmed, don't act right away. Pause for a few seconds. Take a deep breath. Count to 3. That pause, however brief, is your power gap, the space where you choose how to respond instead of reacting instinctively. Emotions are like waves. You can't stop them from coming, but you can learn to surf. When you create space between your feelings and your actions, you stop being a victim of impulses. Instead, you become the master of the moment. More importantly, strong people don't avoid emotions. They don't fake being tough by suppressing everything. They feel deeply, but choose how to respond. They understand that emotions are signals, not sentences. And that's why, even in chaos, verbal attacks, disappointment, or pressure, they stay calm, clear-headed, and resilient. Remember, controlling emotions doesn't mean shutting them off. It means knowing when to let them pass and when to take the wheel. Want to truly grow? Learn to love failure. Most people fear failure. They avoid it, feel ashamed of it, and let it stop them from trying again. But the truth is, failure isn't the end. It's the stepping stone to growth. Every time you fail, you learn something. You become wiser, tougher, and better prepared for the next round. The world's most successful people, athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, all have one thing in common. They fail more times than most people even try. Failure teaches what success can't: patience, humility, and adaptability. When you face failure instead of avoiding it, you're building a stronger version of yourself. Only one thing makes failure permanent: giving up. As long as you get back up, you're still moving forward. Every fall is a chance to adjust your direction, improve your strategy, and return stronger. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. Don't beat yourself up when you fail. Instead, ask, what did I learn this time? What will I do differently next time? The sooner you accept failure as a natural part of the journey, the sooner you'll be free from fear. And when fear no longer holds you back, you'll be amazed by what you can achieve. Want to change your life? Don't rely on motivation. Build discipline. We often wait for motivation, that inspired, energetic feeling to get us moving. But motivation, while it can spark the flame, is fragile and short-lived. There will be days when you don't feel like doing anything, tired, bored, uninspired. And if you only act when you feel ready, you'll never get far. The only thing that gets you to your goals, even on your worst days, is discipline. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early even if you're tired, going to the gym even if it's cold, studying, working, showing up for your goals. Not because you feel like it, but because you've made a promise to yourself. The beautiful part is, every time you choose action over excuses, you build trust with yourself. You're telling yourself, I'm someone I can count on. And that's where true confidence comes from. Not praise, not temporary wins, but the consistent actions you take every day. Discipline isn't flashy. It doesn't come with loud music or inspiring quotes. It shows up in quiet moments. When you say no to comfort and yes to your best self. Strength doesn't come from luck. It comes from the choices you make each day. You don't need to be a superhero. No one expects you to be perfect overnight. What you really need is to start doing the right things, even the smallest ones, and keep doing them every day. What promise have you made to yourself? That you'll live better? Become stronger? Chase that dream you've been saving for later? The good news is, you still have time. The hard truth is, no one can do it for you. There's no magic, no shortcut. Just you, and the decision you make every morning. You can keep living in your comfort zone where everything is familiar but nothing changes. Or you can step out, face challenges, fail, and rise again stronger. It's not the easy path, but it's the only path to your best self. Start with the simple things. Wake up on time, no snooze button. Keep the promises you've made to yourself. Exercise, meditate, learn, work with focus, and above all, don't quit, no matter if it's a good day or a bad one. Every small action you choose today is silently building the person you will become tomorrow.